almost 3-year-old, completely deaf bull terrier. Lars was put in a rescue when his original owners could not pay for one of his obstruction surgeries. So Lars here had a history of chewing on things that he wasn't supposed to and swallowing them, which is why it's very important that we maintain our dogs and make sure they're not getting into things they're not supposed to. Lars' vet that did these surgeries on him actually fell in love with him and adopted him, so he's very lucky. I became Lars' trainer a little bit after he was adopted by his loving family. And Lars started working with me to help with some of his impulse control, okay? So Lars being 100% deaf, most trainers want to work with a dog that is deaf with e-collars. When I started with a vibration collar with Lars, he seemed very confused and like he didn't really want to work with me often. So I said, okay, he's very food motivated and he's very smart. He likes to keep his eyes on me. So what can I do to help teach this dog basic manners, right? So I started working, I'm gonna try positive reinforcement. So how do we do that? I started off by telling Lars, since he can't hear me, I put my thumbs up and reward him. So every time I put my thumb up, he knows he did something correct. This got him more wanting to pay attention to me and see, what is this girl wanting, okay? To the point that now I'm able to ask Lars to go to a place from a distance, retrieve to me from a distance, Lars, hi. And when he comes up to me, he is supposed to go into a sit, so I can gain control of him. So he is fantastic at this place command. We're gonna demonstrate it one more time. Good boy. So not only does he do a come, he also does a touch. Yep. And a sit. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Lars can also go into a straight path. Try again. To a down. Yes. So this here is I release Lars because he's not 100% on wanting to hold that down. He gets very excited. So this is releasing him, since every other time that you've seen me call him and ask to do another command, he's not holding them, right? Because I re-asked him to do something else. So here, when I do this, I'm actually releasing Lars from a command. So we're going to show that down again. Now, being free on its own is a reward, so I don't reward him for that free. But in this case, when I put him in a sit, I can reward him, and I can back away, because I didn't, nope, try again. Nope. You have to be very careful with your hand signals, because notice I went to point at the ground, and he thought I was asking for that place cut. So we have to be very careful when it comes to these deaf dogs, the way we communicate with them, because if we make one wrong movement, he's going to assume that I asked for something else, and it's not his fault, it's mine, right? So we need to make sure that we keep that in mind when we're working with our deaf dog, to be very patient. It took Lars a little over a year to do all of this, and now there we go. And he didn't hear that, so it didn't bother him, as you see, ladies and gentlemen, right? Okay, Lars, good boy. And he can even hand me come here. What about that one? Try again. See, he's getting very confused. So generally when I pat this and I point at his one paw, he will hand me, you okay? One second. There are technical difficulties. All right. All right, Lars, you want to go to your place? Good boy, Lars. Good job. So Lars, my gosh, Lars can wave and Lars can sit and down and come, and he can even give me his eye contact when I ask for it. Yes, good boy. That is really good for pictures. Not only is Lars pretty good at these basic commands, I'm going to try to stay as far away from these speakers as I can so we don't have that problem for us hearing people. But Lars also does really well on leash. So I'm able to walk Lars in this event here today and not worry too much about Lars getting far from me, because when I stop, he stops and he sits as well. So I'm going to demonstrate that again. Now when Lars went a little bit far, notice I just pulled my leash out a little bit to let him know, I'm over here, I want you to pay attention. Good job, good job. Good job, buddy. All right, is there any questions about how I worked with Lars, or how you guys can get started with your own dogs at home? No? Well, absolutely, just keep in mind as our dogs get older, when we're doing basic training, we should be doing nonverbal commands on top of our verbal commands, so that way if our dogs ever do become deaf, that we're still able to communicate with them. Unfortunately, a lot of senior dogs in shelters, if they're not ill, most of the time, most owners are relinquishing them for being deaf, but they don't know they're deaf. They just assume that their dog quit listening to them and they're a little bit sick of it. So making sure early on that we're able to communicate with our dog before this happens comes out with a longer, happier life between us and our dog in the future. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. We hope to see you tomorrow.